If you had 60 seconds to sell one product on the most watched program in the entire country, here's what you probably would not do. But in 1999, that's exactly what Budweiser beer decided to go with. And not only did it work, but it connected so well that it became a pop culture phenomenon, bro. Movies, TV, even cartoons. If you was in school, your classmates. If you was at work, your co-workers. Everybody wanted to reenact this commercial till you got to the point where you was just like,
say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother.
It's an ad that over decades has continued to drop sequels like Mission Impossible or Fast and the Furious. But what is so special about this simple commercial that on the surface doesn't seem to be about nothing? Maybe it's another case of the American public being intrinsically drawn to shallow entertainment, or was a deeper message woven into the fabric of the commercial that felt so good on the skin you didn't notice it was there. You might think the origins of a commercial like this would be a 90s boardroom full of alcohol and drugs. A few inebriated execs throwing ideas against the wall with an episode of Yo MTV Raps playing in the background. But actually, that couldn't be further from the truth, as the embers that would eventually grow into this commercial weren't initially sparked in a place like this. Nah, bro, they were ignited in a place more like this. Here's a quick story of how we went from to... The whole story centers around Charles Stone III. That's this dude, bro. He wrote, directed, and starred in the commercial. When Charles was just a kid, his mom would take him to see operas and ballets, museums. It sparked his love for the arts. He fostered that love by attending Brown University and the Rhode Island School of Design. And in 1988, over a decade before, he put out this commercial that's not graphically impressive. He actually got his bachelor's degree in animation and worked as a special effects designer for a small film company. But even though he now had this fine arts degree and he grew up watching operas and ballets with his mom, by the late 80s, another form of music had began to throw premium gasoline on what used to be a spark. So after college, Charles started working on the type of music that would be frowned upon in most opera houses. In '88, he started directing hip-hop music videos for groups like Public Enemy, The Roots, and A Tribe Called Quest. He would continue to work primarily on music videos throughout the late 80s and most of the 90s. His classical training and his love of music and theater made him a dog at directing music videos. He could take these two contrasting creative styles and marry them together to make something beautiful. And I think you see that a lot when people thrive in a creative space. They bring ideas in from places that you may not expect. The industry agreed he was dope because he kept getting hired and won multiple awards for his music videos. He could have stayed in that lane and put that thing on cruise control. But sometimes you want to get out your comfort zone a little. So as the 90s started coming to a close, it was time for Charles to try his hand in a different arena. It was a brand new game, but a similar approach, meshing knowledge from two worlds to make one masterpiece.
I pretty much knew I always wanted to be a filmmaker. I've been directing music videos for about 10 years. Once I knew that I wanted to make movies, I decided it was time to put together a few short films. And True ended up being the first of the shorts that I created.
It's the first one.
I mean, it was shot on a shoestring budget, if even a budget. You know, I got a couple of my buddies of mine who I used to do the with. It like literally exploded overnight.
Let's take a quick break to thank today's sponsor, DraftKings. So the NFL playoffs have finally rolled around. Every play is a little bigger. You get more specific game plans and a chance for you to deep dive into every single matchup. And throughout the playoffs, all new customers will get $200 in bonus bets instantly when they place their first $5 wager on anything. Now, if you're not sure what to use your $200 on, you can combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. That's a same game parlay. And speaking of same game parlays, they got something for the OGs too. If you've been signed up with DraftKings, you can get a no sweat bet. There's no sweat because you get a bonus bet back if your parlay doesn't hit. Now let's say sports betting is still not available in your state. They got something for you too. DraftKings Daily Fantasy. There you can enter contests and still have a chance at cash prizes. So right now with DraftKings, they pretty much got something for everybody. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, remember, use my promo code FlemLo. Then take $5 and bet that on any wager and get back $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code FlemLo, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Crown is yours.
I pretty much knew I always wanted to be a filmmaker since I was, I don't know, early adolescence. At first, I thought I was going to be a special effects technician or an animator, because animation's always been a strong part of my life. And then I ended up going to Rhode Island School of Design for animation. And while I was in college, I also got involved in other things like theater, doing a lot of stand-up comedy and playing for bands. I've been directing music videos for about 10 years. And once I knew that I wanted to make movies, I decided it was time to put together a few short films that could show, you know, the types of narratives that I would like to do. And True ended up being the first of the shorts that I created.
That's the first one.
I mean, it was shot on a shoestring budget, if even a budget. You know, I got a friend of mine's Video 8 camera. It wasn't even a DV camera at the time. This was what, 97, the fall of 97. That's when I shot it. Got a couple of my buddies of mine who I used to do the with. So again, it wasn't about auditioning people. I just worked with people who were familiar with the ritual, I guess you could say. And we went to a friend of mine's house up in Harlem and shot it all in a day. After completing True, I sent the film out to various screenings, and the first major one that I had where I got a lot of attention was the MVPA Director's Cut screenings here in LA. And the next morning, my rep or executive producer received like a ton of calls from people, from agents and people at various film studios, you know, asking about me and about this film. And, you know, it like literally exploded overnight, you know. I mean, you hear that all the time, and I have to admit, it's sort of what had happened.
Though the original film is largely the same as the commercial, when I watched it the first time, it hit me a little different. The commercial comes across as these slacker type of characters just chilling watching the game with nothing to talk about. But the short film feel like every character got something they want to say, but don't quite know how. What makes me feel that are the pauses before every line. Like, I got a lot to say, but this is all I can give you.
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Nothing, B. What's up with you?
Nothing.
What?
Word. What's up with you?
Nothing, man. Just chilling.
True.
Oh, shit.
What?
It's the game.
True. So what's up, B?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. What's up with you?
Chilling.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, who that?
Hold on a second.
Yo, pick up the phone.
Hello? Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke!
Yeah. What? What's
Yeah, hold up.
Hello? So what's up, man?
Nothing, B. Chilling.
Oh, shit. Are you watching the game?
True.
So what's going on, B?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Nah, man, just chilling.
First and 10 Bears at their own 27.
That is pretty damn fascinating. So all the communications reduced down to 2 or 3 words, but somehow you still feel that human connection. And maybe it's because we've now been through this pandemic, but I also felt a little hint of loneliness in the back. Maybe we ultimately all crave a deeper connection, but societal norms and human weirdness restrict us to this. Or maybe this is that deeper level of connection. Maybe we just need to know somebody else is on the other end of the phone. So after the commercial, the video kept playing, and I was pleasantly surprised to find an interview clip, and it's gold, where Charles explains exactly what the film means to him. Here, check this out.
Making True, the challenge was to work with something so simple and something so absurd but yet to create such great meaning. Encrypted phone conversation between two friends that escalates into a celebration of friendship and love. And then the second sentence was, within 2 minutes, the meaning of life is explicitly defined. And I honestly believe that. I mean, it's as simple as true is, it does communicate communication and love and respect and understanding. It's all about guys saying nothing and totally saying everything.
Maybe this whole damn video idea is dumb. It's loosely related, but this ain't really a football video. I make football videos. That's what I'm supposed to make. But I just like to tell stories that mean something to me. And maybe nobody will watch it. Maybe the algorithm will hate it for my channel. Maybe my viewers just won't really be interested. But I'm gonna make it anyway, and I'm gonna be proud of it. Cause the backstory of this goofy ass commercial speaks to me. For most of my time on YouTube while making them little football vids, I try to make a dope vid, but I always try to communicate something deeper. I just believe in that. If you're gonna make content, bro, make something you feel, in the hopes that people watching will feel a fraction of that shit. So I just love the fact that this goofy little commercial, like a lot of my goofy videos, is laced with something real. Like, it's meant to entertain, and you can watch it and throw it away, but if you want to look beneath the surface, then there's something else there. That's just kind of what's going through my mind as I'm sitting here editing, and I figured I'd let y'all in on it. But anyway, back to the story. So a Budweiser exec comes across the short film, and like many others, he loved it. Runs it up the ladder. His bosses love it as well, and a couple months later, Charles is paid to reshoot a version for them. The ad first premiered on Monday Night Football, December 20th, 1999. And while nobody was exactly sure why, it became an instant hit with people of all ages around the country. So a few months later, bro, they ran it back during the most watched event in the country every year, Super Bowl 34, and the ad stole the show and went viral before going viral was a thing. The commercial didn't feature a single celebrity, no forced cameos with a script that sounded like ChatGPT wrote it. It didn't use sex to try to sell you a product. This don't even count as shock value. It's just fucking good. And to a lot of people that saw it, they didn't even know why they liked it. It was the type of thing at the time that you couldn't intellectualize, meaning they couldn't break down to you why this commercial hit so hard. You just kind of had to feel it. But I think it's because Charles baked something real inside the commercial, and other humans watched it and instantly felt it.
It's been called the Oscars of advertising. Every year, the best of the media, marketing, and advertising industries come here to the south of France to compete for top industry awards. We're talking about the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity.
Wassup went on to win the Cannes Lions Grand Prix Award, a crazy accomplishment for Charles' first commercial, which was just a derivative of his first short film. And there's barely any dialogue in the whole damn thing. And over 15 years after the award came out, it was inducted into the Clio Awards Hall of Fame, an honor bestowed on only the best ads that have stood the test of time. You know? And Charles didn't drop this one hit and then disappear into the ether. Like he'd hoped, it actually launched his career as a film director. In 2002, he dropped Drumline and Paid in Full. He even worked with the late great Bernie Mac on Mr. 3000. More recently, in 2018, he did Kyrie Irving's movie Uncle Drew, and he directed Snoop's new sports comedy. Then as far as television, he's directed episodes of Friday Night Lights, Lincoln Heights, Blackish, Superstore, amongst other things. It's funny how much of his stuff in TV and film that I done watched 100 times and had no idea who directed. I watched Mr. 3000 10 million times. I watched Paid in Full 20 million times, bro. I watched Drumline like 5 million times. Today, his first ad has been recognized as one of the best ads of all time and has unlimited parodies and reboots, including recently this VaynerMedia campaign that dropped back in 2020 during the pandemic. The campaign encouraged viewers to check in with their friends during quarantine to make sure they was holding up alright. And it's dope that it went back to the roots of the original short film, proving that the message has endured even through commercialization. Maybe it's because it dropped during the late 90s when people just couldn't resist a good catchphrase, or maybe it's because it secretly whispered to something deep down inside all of us. Maybe it shows a larger part of the human experience and proves that true communication goes way deeper than words. And it was right there the whole time, disguised as something dumb, but was really something deep, hidden in plain sight.